you can do. You can take a nice warm bath beforehand. You can make sure that your bedroom is the right temperature and turn off all your electronics, as we said earlier.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of simple herbs that work very nicely. One is called valerian, Valerian. Valerian has been known ever since Hippocrates. I mean, it's been used to quiet people's nerves and to keep them healthy for centuries. And it is more lately used as an adrenal and a nervous system sedative. So if you go to bed and your head starts pounding and you start thinking and you have an aching back and you have aching legs and muscles, valerian is a nice quieting herb to take. 500 mgs a day for a week or two is said to bring down blood pressure. Now, the trick with valerian is not to take too much. If you take maybe a gram, which is 1,000 mgs, you might get some wild dreams. And it's not the herb, it's how it reacts with our nervous system. Herbs are like foods, but our body reacts to them in individual ways. So start with a low dose, and some people love it. I like the fragrance of valerian, and some people will say, oh, that's terrible. It smells like dirty socks. To me, it smells like walking in the forest with the leaves on the ground after a rain.
Love that smell.
Very earthy.
Yeah,
very earthy, beautiful, and grounding. If it feels grounding to you, that's what you have to do to help yourself to sleep. Some people get a foot massage or give themselves a foot massage just to ground themselves literally. So that's how they can sleep better.
My wife uses lavender. She makes up a spray, an aerosol spray, and she sprays it on her pillow.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
It's very pleasant. And lavender oil and lavender fragrance is especially good for the heart and for anxiety and for depression because energetically it's a sedative and a stimulant both to the heart. So it's for people who might be troubled, might be depressed, might be anxious. It'll help quiet them so that they can sleep better.
So we're also talking here about aromatherapy as well.
Yes, definitely, because that's herbs as well, a natural product. And our body takes to it. Our body and mind benefit from them because they're very connected.
What about these crystals that some people keep around them? Do you have any experience with crystals, whether they actually can make a difference, or is it a placebo
effect? Well, for
effect?
me, I like gems. They're like a crystal, and I think they're energizing. It's an individual thing. I haven't had crystals around me so much. I've had a beautiful quartz, but also beryllium, which is like a quartz, and it was so lovely. We were driving through Colorado, through the mountains, and I just stopped because there was a place selling them, and I said, I have to have this. Wow. It looked like a silver mountain, and it's just like a decoration in my room, in my home, and if you take to it, if it makes you happy and contented when you look at it or when you touch it, it's a great thing. It's a good thing because we can use anything like that, whether it's a memory, whether it's a pet, whether it's some beautiful object. If it brings you peace in your heart, it's a good thing.
We've got people at work that are under stress and they just can't get away. You know, maybe they're not eating the right foods, they're not getting the right sleep. What can they do at work to get them through the day so they can go home and get the proper rest and eat the proper foods?
Well, one thing is something real simple. Drink enough water. We never do. And take the non-pasteurized apple cider vinegar to work and add some that to the water so that you are detoxifying during the day. It'll make people a little happier, brighter, and more cooperative. If they are not their liver isn't kicking them. So if you take better care of your own body in that way, your nerves will benefit, and you'll have a better mental clarity and less heartburn, because a lot of us chew on our emotions and our work, and it gets stuck right in the middle.
Yeah.
And it turns into heartburn. So that's one real simple thing you can do, is remember your apple cider vinegar and your water.
All right, what herbs would you suggest that are useful for sexual decline, hormone balance, reduced libido?
Well, there are any number of them, and some of them come from the yam. And all around the world, there are medicinal yams. Like in Peru, there's maca, M-A-C-A, which is a food, and it's also a yam that is used as a sexual tonic that supports libido, because when we eat it or we take it as a supplement, if we need estrogen, a woman will make more estrogen. If a man needs testosterone, the body will make more testosterone, because this is a hormone regularizing herb. So it's a very safe one. It's a very healthy and a very safe one. Some of the others, you have to be careful, like DHEA. That's become popular. It's a hormone that we make naturally in the body, but it becomes less prevalent for us after age 30. Well, they've done some good experiments that show that it's very useful for increasing libido, not so much sexual potency, but libido, and aiding with depression. But there are some side effects possible, like headaches and dizziness, and so we have to start with a low dose. Our body naturally makes it around 4 in the morning. So if you wake up grumpy, if you wake up achy and grumpy, you might need some. So you can take a small dose, like 5 mgs or 10 mgs, especially if you're over age 40. If you're 20 years old, you're probably making plenty. After that, there's Demiana. Demiana is the Latin name for it has aphrodisiaca in it. It's Ternera aphrodisiaca. It comes from Mexico, and it's a plant. And I like to recommend it for people, men or women, who need more hormonal support and better circulation in the sexual area. But at the same time, it improves memory, it improves mood. So it's for depression and anxiety as well as low libido. It's a very good, if we want to stay healthy and well and live a long time, to choose foods and herbs that do a number of good things at the same time. Not just, I'm going to take this for my libido. Let's take something that is also going to balance hormones and help with our depression. For example, the testosterone precursors that are used widely in Asia, such as gokshura, which is also known here in health food stores with different names.
Letha,
they strengthen our muscles.
Letha, stand by, dear. We've got to take our final break. Exonation, Letha Hadady is our special guest. www.asianhealthsecrets.com. She's got a great website. She's a great lady, and we'll be back on the other side of this commercial break as we continue here in the X Zone with yours truly, Rob McConnell. Don't go away.
The following program may contain coarse language, violence, nudity, mature subject matter, or scenes which may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is the X Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
Welcome back, everyone. Letha Hadady is our special guest. www.asianhealthsecrets.com. First of all, Letha, always great having you on the show. Thank you so much for sharing with us tonight here on the X Zone. And you and I were talking during the commercial break that we're going to bring you back on just before the holiday so that we can help our listeners with those, holiday blues as well as overeating and much more. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. A great pleasure as always.
Thank you very much. I always enjoy it. It's lovely. Thank you.
I've got a question for you from my producer, Craig. And he'd like to know if there's anything he can do that would deal with his hair loss naturally.
Yes and no. It depends on his mother. If he looks at his mother's male relatives and they've lost their hair, like her brother, then it could be genetic. You know, that is a form of loss of hair that is common. But if it's a matter of loss of hair because of stress, because of dehydration, because of his exposure to all of those electronic equipment that you were telling me about, those rooms of beeping, blinking, buzzing things, his nerves and his blood supply are going to get kind of buzzed out. So there is a wonderful herb called Eclipta alba, E-C-L-I-P-T-A, Eclipta alba, and it is a blood tonic that you can take either, I recommend it in a pill called Ecliptex, because when you take the powder, it's a leaf and a bark, and it tastes like mud, so it's unpleasant. But the pill is a very interesting pill, because it helps to detox the liver, and it's also a blood tonic that isn't sticky and gluey like a lot of the Asian blood tonics. He can also eat a lot of cherries and berries, because that's another source of blood. And the blood is the reservoir of our beautiful skin, our fingernails, and our hair. Without that nourishment, of that iron, without the berries and cherries, we cannot grow hair. And other things he can massage into the scalp that would stimulate the scalp. There are a number of nice things. For one thing, I've been talking a lot about apple cider vinegar.
Yes.
That's another good use of it. It's astringent, it's high in tannins, but it's also stimulating for the skin. So that's another thing you can do after washing the hair. Wash the hair gently. Don't put a conditioner on the scalp. Just put it on the hair so the scalp does not get clogged up. And you can massage with a little apple cider vinegar, and in a couple of minutes, the aroma of the vinegar goes away, and that's a nice thing to do.
Now we've got we've got a very short period of time here, but quickly, for the ladies? What's the best thing for their complexions?
Avoid a lot of the cosmetics that have PABA in them. And parabens in them, because they can be dangerous. Steam your skin with simmer some tea and let the steam open your pores, and then wipe it down with a very mild astringent like apple cider vinegar and water, or to moisturize and to enliven the skin, a couple of drops of essential oil of lavender is very good. If you want to protect your vitality and your immunity, use essential oil of balsam and pine.
Letha, I hate to do this, my dear, but we've got to say so long for tonight. Letha, you'll be back in the very near future. Thank you so much for joining us. And I look forward to the next time you and I speak here in the X Zone. Take care, my dear friend.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. Be well.
Bye-bye now. www.asianhealthsecrets.com. I'll be back after the snooze break. Don't go away.